And we back, y'all. We back. Four
We
Twin
back.
Lords.
You know what it is.
And we got Empress B. She's back, y'all.
I'm her.
It's
It's
just the
late on
two
my
of us.
it's late on my end, but I'm her. I'm awake. Okay.
So how was your weekend, Empress? I know you went to a concert this weekend,
I
right?
went to a concert. I went to this concert, Incubus. I went to their concert. I never went to a concert by myself before. I've always been
Oh, so you were solo.
solo dolo in the sea of others. And yeah, it was different. I'm used to it, but not by myself. I'm usually going with one of my friends, or my sister or my husband will go with me. He don't listen to the music. He just there as my bodyguard. But this time I was there, pregnant and all, and it was good. It
Okay,
was what
okay.
was needed.
Is
So
this like a 90s group or early 2000s?
they came
Okay.
out in 1999. So they've been out for a very long time. Um, but I didn't start listening to them until maybe, I don't know, maybe my like 17, 8. I can't even say that. Like maybe early 20s.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay.
but the crazy thing is, my cousin who put me on to basically put me on to rock music anyway. Um, she even
I
listened
mean, it
to
was
them
started
for
by us anyway, but yeah.
mine. She's 10 years older than me, so she's been talking, like she's been listening to music for a very long time. Um, I used to watch music videos as a kid, MTV and all that, Fuse TV, and I saw one of their music videos, and it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the visuals, the lyrics. The early singer is an Aquarius. Fine, fine, fine,
Oh,
fine,
okay. Shout out to the
fine, fine.
Aquarius, fellow Aquarius.
The
Okay.
man is a genius. Fine, 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 fine. Um, fine, fine. That's fine white man right there. Um, just aging so gracefully. He has to be like 45, something like that, and he is
He's 40. Whoa, he's
like
45.
45. Like he's in his 40s. I know that for physics. And he is aging just so graceful. Like,
What adrenochrome is he taking? Like,
I don't know, but whatever it is, I'm shocked. And it's like, wow, okay. He got his little silver fox, little swirl going in the front.
that right here. Okay, okay,
He got that little script. I'm like, oh,
okay.
everything.
He must
But
drink his green juice in his sea moss. Okay.
he does. I'm sure he probably does. Smoke a little weed here and there.
Hey, hey, we keep you alive. I don't care what
I'm
nobody
trying to tell
says.
you, I'm trying to. Well, he alive and well because you look good. Um, but he got a voice of an angel. I ain't gonna lie to you. Voice of an
Okay.
angel. He's amazing. He's a genius, lyrical genius. Um,
I could tell because the way you talking about him,
oh my God.
it sound like he touched you.
And that's what I listen to music for. Like, it has to tap into me on an emotional, intellectual level. And the song is called Megalomaniac, by Incubus. And the visuals were like Hitler. Like, if you listen to the lyrics and you look at the music video, you're like, oh, dang,
Okay,
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 get
okay.
it. It's deep. His music is
Was
deep.
it any openers or was it just them only?
There was the opener. The band is called Bad Flower. I missed them. I was on my way to the concert. Don't know them, so but whatever. I came to see Incubus. That was what
Right,
we
you
listened
you
for.
weren't even worried about them. You like, look, I came to see
Really wasn't.
Incubus. I don't care nothing about y'all.
I got there. They were playing like their second song. That's fine. The music, the two songs that they played, I know one of the second song. I didn't know the first one, so it was like cool, no problem. But after that, they was hitting. They was on. It was really good. Um,
Okay,
so for my
okay.
first solo, oh shit, shoot, my first solo event or concert, whatever, it was amazing. I would do more of those. Um, and I was sitting down because I can't keep standing up. No, I was in the bleachers.
All right, yeah, yeah. Well,
No.
I was up editing this weekend, and I did a versus battle. It's gonna be up on Spotify.
Oh Lord,
I I actually beat a DJ in a versus battle. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pat myself on the back.
come on, Skills.
So the versus battle was I was Jermaine Dupri. He was Diddy.
Right, I remember
This
you said that.
this man played no Mary J. This man played no Faith Evans. He played one Biggie song.
He's from New York.
Jersey. No,
He's from,
he's from New York, but he lives in Jersey.
first of all, very much disrespectful. There's no way you are from New York and living in Jersey and don't play Mary J.
Hey, he don't.
Like,
Here's the one more thing. He don't like R&B, so he didn't want to play it. He didn't want to hear it.
I feel him. I get it. But also no, like you gotta play the B5. You like what is you doing? Like
He played Dirty Money. Dirty Money. Diddy Dirty Money. That's what he played, bro. Empress. He
at least
played.
he played Whoa at least by Black Rob. Like,
No,
bro, you had
he played Special Delivery.
nah, bro, ain't the same. You ain't
And it
played Whoa.
lost. It lost. It was like what was it? 7-4? Yeah, seven
Bruh.
four. Yeah. It was I was look, I'm a music connoisseur. Like I like Afro beats. So like
Right.
I like
Like,
jazz, Afro beats, like R&B, like
yeah.
I like certain rock music. Like so like if you're gonna do a verses, you better come with it.
Mine. Listen.
Here's the other thing. He didn't know how he said now this is at the end because he was a little butthurt because he's a DJ, you
Mm.
know. He didn't know how big Usher was.
He lying. He lying. How old is this person?
36.
He lying. I'm sorry. The moment you said 30, he lying. He big boy lying. Like big boy lying. Like, bruh.
He said he didn't know the impact. Hey, his words, not mine, Empress. It's his words, not mine. I don't know, but I kind of believe him because he don't like R&B, and he. But I'm
Yeah.
like, how do you not know if you're a DJ and you have to play songs that you probably don't like, and you 36, so yeah,
36. His mama was playing Usher. Like, what is you know what?
not his mama.
Like,
But it's true though. It's true though.
what?
Especially Confessions album. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. My mama even bought that album. Like, come on. What do you
Yeah,
bruh.
yeah.
Bruh.
So I
He learned.
won. It'll be up next week, y'all. I'll be the ass whooping to be up. My bad. My
The
battle.
spank. He
The dog.
deserved that one.
Yeah, the dog walk.
My.
Because even me and Newton did a battle. Which I won. I got two. I'm two. And I'm undefeated. I'm won a
Really?
third one. I won a third one, but I won a tough one though. But he did Drake, and I was Kanye.
Oh.
Yeah, Kanye won.
Of
Yeah,
course he did.
yeah. I'm
Of
sorry.
course he did. Like that's a no-brainer. Drake Kanye, come on, man.
The man with the church.
The
that's
man
all.
with the touch.
That's all I'm gonna say. He got that soul. He got that soul in him. He got that spirit of the ancestors.
He got that
Anyway,
I am a god.
thank you. That's what he got. So yeah, I'm looking for a third. Anybody want to compete with me in a versus? Throw your hat out there. I'm ready because I need three. I need 3-0. I need to retire like way metal.
If you are
Mayweather.
very much versed in rock music, I will go for it.
It depends.
It depends. See,
Like, if you want to go early, do you want to
I
do?
do it all. Like,
Mm,
okay, it's
because I like Little Richard. Cause
oh,
like,
you try and take me
I mean,
all the
that's what I
way.
mean by early. See, I know
All.
about Little Richard, Fast Domino. Like, I mean, look, my music history go all over. Look, I don't just listen to rap. I could do an Afro beats battle if you want to go
We should do
there.
that.
Like,
We should do that too.
yeah, I just now for that one, I'm gonna have to study a little bit, just a little bit. But Fela Kuti though, it'll be a cheat to use him because he's the original. So we had to use like other people that was around, um, that was just as big. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Mhm.
out because I like Burna Boy and WizKid. So like
Oh,
that's my. All
absolutely. Burna Boy, WizKids, Wadu Cole. Like, what you mean? What?
right,
But
let,
anywho,
let's get into it. Alabama Brawl.
bro, did you see the brawl down by the riverfront? Did you see how their ancestors carried that young man across the water? Talking about some wade in the water, or he was waiting. They said, "Come on, bring your ass." Did you see that? Did you see the man throw up
Look,
the hooty hoo and threw his cap up to the air? Where did the cap go?
that is the black bat signal.
Where
When
did
your
the
hat
cap
throw
go?
up, When you throw that hat in the air, hey, it's time to fight.
It's going down. North Carolina, come on and raise up. Nah, don't take your shirt off. Just throw your hat. Pow. Fit it gone. Like
I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. You beat up an old security guard for one. That's
he
you gonna
wasn't even a
come for
security
that.
guard. He was a co-captain of the ship. Exactly. We have reduced this man to a security guard. All the while, he is the co-captain.
Okay, now that's new information for me. What?
Co-captain, bro, of the Harriot the second.
So
they were trying to dock for 40 minutes. They kept telling them white folks, move your platoon, whatever. Move your boat. They left that boat there. They ain't moved not a quarter. So this is riverfront. He got authority. He gonna scoot, move it up a little bit. He even try to move it just a little bit for them to actually dock. Like, all right, you ain't gonna move. Okay, well, let's move you up so we can dock and get these people off. And the capacity of it all, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is this: the Black Avengers came out because I ain't never seen a black man swim to whoop somebody's ass. That was different. That was Black Aquaman right there.
Scuba couldn't Juden. Like Scuba. Like, I was like, y'all is ratchet with these names. This was Aquaman.
Hey, that was my favorite one. That was my favorite name out of all of them.
I said, not Aquaman with the E, y'all. Then they tried to add a Y. I'm like,
white folks couldn't fight. I was like, so you just drunk fighting? They had to be drunk.
They was drunk. They was drinking. They was drunk. And yeah, that's what happened. They fucked around and found out.
Yeah, hey, shout out to y'all black folks out there in Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Y'all
did that. But the crazy part is that before 2 hours before that happened, there was a ancestral ceremony that happened. They gave.
I heard about that.
These black women gave offerings 2 hours before to the river, to the ancestors that came across and lost their lives over the period of time that port was open, because it's been open since 1835 or whatever, and all the smoke.
Hey, look. When I saw that one, was it a woman that had her feet hanging out the Crocs? That was crazy. I have never look. I don't want that type of beating right there. Hey,
he beat you into your Crocs, bro. Not out your Crocs, into your Crocs.
But the MVP was the guy with the chair. That was the MVP of the whole. He was like, hey, Shivy was there that day. He was hitting men, women, children, dogs, everybody. He was like, look, this man had PTSD. He was like, no.
That right there, it was the PTSD. I was like, oh no, he's seen some things. He's been involved. He was not having it.
And then I found out, if I'm not mistaken, there was a black man that invented the folding chair.
Yes. There is a black man that invented the folding chair. And it's like, so the ancestors just came full force on this particular day, August 5th, bring a fifth for the 5th. The ancestors said, we bringing chairs, we knucking if you bucking, period. What's up?
All right, so the man that invented the chair, just for, because I'm a history buff, is Nathaniel Alexander. Lynchburg, Virginia. Yeah.
Come on, Virginia.
And it was supposed to be used for churches and schools.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There used to be a table on the back on the original version. There was a table there, which is wild because they should do that. But yeah,
shout out to him. Hey man, have you seen the TikTok videos ever since this happened?
Yes,
I've seen hundreds.
I've seen every video. I've seen this fight on every angle.
There was somebody that was Magneto, and he just like had the chair. He magnetized the chair, had it come to his hand.
Yes, I was just like, black folks don't take shit seriously.
Yes,
we don't take nothing serious at all.
We did that day, but
after we whooped that ass, it was a joke after that.
But we got to pile on. Like just like they did.
We been piling on for almost for a whole week. We've been piling.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, it's starting to get ridiculous now.
No. Did you see the video of the girl who was beating this dude? Like, it was a scuffle. I don't know what happened. They had to be in the dorm, and This white boy, it was this black woman, because you could tell you say this is a woman, and this white boy, and they were fighting. Something happened. She picked up a chair. Now we're like, oh, she's in defense mode. So then somebody said like stop or whatever, and that white kid looked, and it was like, ain't nothing more important over there than this chair that is in your face right now. You know, she dropped that chair. When I say this boy head went through the chair.
I don't want no. I don't ever want to get hit by no chair. Like
that space between the back and the seat, that man head went through that hole.
no, that was a okay. So after that happened, a couple of days later, there was another brawl in Detroit with a black man and a white man, and he beat him with a chair outside this restaurant.
Oh
Yes.
Lord.
Hey, look, white folks, America, listen. America, stop running up on black folks if there's chairs around. I'm sorry. If it's a folding chair, you must run away.
No, not even a folding chair. But a white woman ran up on this black lady, a black receptionist, I want to say at a doctor's office or a hospital, whatever, because it was a little circle. Yeah. And she came around that thing and she went to lunge at this black woman. This black woman took her, slammed her, bow, on her back. This lady kicked her. She tried to get up. This black woman kicked her in her chest. Just on some Super Saiyan, Hayugen in the chest. And then came around with the rolling chair and she picked up the chair and was ready. That little white man came around, got that white lady up out of there because she was going to lose her life that day. She was going to be admitted for real. Like,
that's black people selling T-shirts with the chair on it that says Alabama Brawl. Remember this day.
Remember it. Write it down.
I kind of want one. I kind of want a T-shirt because it was only $20. I was like, I could spend that. I could throw out some bread for that. Like, it's a black man from Alabama that made it. Like, he posted up at where the place where the event happened. I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'll get one.
Black folks don't take shit serious. We are quick to turn anything into a joke, especially a victory.
Yes.
This shit became a joke after that, and it was very much funny, and we are cackling all the way to the jailhouse to do it again. Because come to find out, that same family went to a hospital. We are in Alabama, where the population of black folks really does exceed the population of white folks.
Yep.
And you are highly upset that everyone working in that hospital is black. And these white folks really said, so everyone's a nigger here?
Oh.
And refused to allow these black professionals to treat them. They left. And before they left, they called the cops like there was going to be an issue. And they called the cops. And the cops were just like, okay, well, you can either leave and go somewhere else or you...
Wow. So these the same people that got into the
same people that got they shot, they snot rocks.
Did you see their faces? Like, they was black and blue. I thought they was the police. Like, I thought they got whooped by the police.
Maybe I thought they was in blackface the way their faces was looking. Because whoa, whoa,
crazy.
Just black all here. I said, whew, y'all better stop playing with black folks. Black folks is not playing. We are our ancestors. We gonna whoop your ass. I'm sorry. We gonna whoop your ass. We are on the kind of fair playing ground now. They ain't really do much because lynching was a thing, and niggas want to keep their lives.
Right.
But now,
we don't care no more.
Please! You saw how the police were just like, oh, stop, just stop. And then when Unc came with the chair, they're like, oh.
You see the one guy that jumped into the water? He ain't want to get hit for nothing. He ain't want to get hit.
Then you see how the black girl pushed that white lady in the water, like she tossed her. I said, oof.
Yeah.
Swim, girl, swim.
But speaking of Alabama, though, transitioning.
Come on, transition.
Hold on, let me share my screen. Because apparently now Alabama is trying to legalize medical marijuana.
I bet the hell they are. They say, y'all niggas need to calm down.
Right. All right, let me go to the top. Alabama resets medical marijuana launch, issues 24 licenses. Okay.
Mm.
Let's read. It's a little short little article. For the second time this summer, Alabama regulators issued a batch of licenses meant to launch the state's medical marijuana industry. However,
Mm.
ongoing litigation means it's still doubtful whether the first products will appear on retail store shelves before the end of the year. What the holdup? The Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission in June chose 21 medical marijuana businesses to license. Those
Mm.
licenses were never issued and they were voided on Thursday, Alabama.com reported. In their place, 24 new licenses were granted. Okay, so it went from 21 to 24. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Including 19 to businesses. Hold on, whoa, back up. Including 19. Okay, hold on. Am I tripping?
No, you're
Including
not. It
19.
does say it does have say two.
Oh wow. Include 19 to businesses that were among those chosen for permits in June. In addition to 5 integrated facility permits, which allow a business to be vertically integrated, the state awarded 7 cultivator licenses, 4 processor permits, 4 dispensary licenses, 3 transportation permits, and 1 testing lab license. Okay. Licenses could be issued in 2 weeks, according to Alabama.com. Okay, Alabama. What about Tennessee, though? But okay, all right. Applicants not
Mhm.
licensed in this round have 2 weeks to appeal. A
Mm.
total of 90 applicants sought licenses. The newspaper reported. Yeah, I ain't gonna get them though, but okay.
Mm-mm. That sounds like Jersey. When Jersey started, it was so many people trying to get a license. Crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, but when I tell you they got dispensaries popping up like flowers in a garden, my God, bro, I got a dispensary literally 5 minutes. It's literally right here, cross street from my house, and I was just like,
What?
and it's literally called the dispensary. That's it,
No fancy name. You ain't want to spice it up. Just dispensary.
the
Come buy some weed.
dispensary.
Get the fuck out.
That's it.
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. That's it. And I'm just like, what is right here? Then, like when I say popping up like daisies in the town, in my small suburban town by itself, we could probably have like 6, 7 within
Mm.
since the year started. We got like 7, and there's still more coming up. Like,
Wow, that's crazy. And for some reason, it's saying you froze. Like if you look on your side screen, it look like you froze or something. You see that?
no,
Oh, okay, maybe just with mine. Yeah, I'm tripping. All right. Anyway, so hey, I'm ready for it. I really want Tennessee to get it because that's where I'm at. Don't get me wrong, I still do me, but um,
right?
you ain't gonna stop it. You mind? I don't understand. Like alcohol is more dangerous.
It is.
People want to fight on alcohol. When you smoke weed or you take your edibles or whatever you do, you put it. I got a guy. I ain't gonna say where I know him from, but he got the liquid. You just pour it in your drink.
Yep.
Boom. Um, but I'm like, bro, I never want to fight anybody when I'm drunk. I mean, when I'm high. Only when I'm drunk is when I'm like, okay, now I want to do something
I'm
crazy.
scrap.
Cause
Mm-hmm.
you want to relax when you high. You don't want to be bothered with nobody like that. You don't want no
Mm-hmm.
drama. You just want to watch some anime or just be around your folks.
Or do some work because the Tiva
That
is the
too,
way.
yes. I get creative when I do it. I use it as a
A
tool to
creative
create.
outlet. It's that endo that be putting me down, and
Oh yeah,
can't do
yeah.
it.
We're gonna come talk about our favorite strands once we get everybody back because we got
Right.
yeah.
But no,
But
this indica, forget about it. I'm not. I can't partake because I'm gonna go to sleep immediately.
I use it to go to sleep. That's what I use it
That's
for.
it. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I can't do it like regular, like waking up. No, no.
Oh my God! Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely. That's failure right there.
Yes,
You woke up, failed. Go back to sleep and try again because you failed. You failed immediately.
exactly. All right, but transitioning One Piece episode 1072. What did you think?
It felt like I was watching a Looney Tune cartoon.
Yes.
Like it gave me Warner Brothers beep beep. That's all, folks. It gave me Wile E. Coyote trying to catch Roadrunner.
Okay.
It gave me Tom and Jerry. It gave, and I'm just like, but the animation, like, because there was like multiple animation styles going on at once.
True.
So when Luffy, they was like, oh, he hit his limit. And Carter was like, didn't you hit your limit? And he was like, no. And it was just like, yeah, he did.
That was okay. So let's touch on that. That was one of my favorite scenes. I was like, "Ooh," but I read, so I already know. We both read, so we know
Right.
he wasn't gonna die.
Right.
But it was good seeing it animated because I was like, "Damn, he looked like he dehydrated."
I was like,
That
this nigga needs some milk.
that form is taking a lot out of him, like
Yeah.
because he had to restart his heart. You heard, man. I was like, "Oof," and then he gave him that work again.
Man, he was just like, you could die. He was like, I ain't afraid of that. I said, oh, now he
Ooh,
ain't afraid.
I like that. Hey,
Oh.
hey, I was like, okay.
Okay, he got hot. As I say in the
Yes.
hood, he got hot.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely had hard. I was like, okay, look, go ahead,
Look at
Luffy.
you. He said, what you think I'm here for? What you thought? I
And
do
then they
this just
showed the
right.
flashbacks of what he been through,
Exactly.
who he had to be. I was like,
Mm.
ooh, I like this. He was like,
That's on
I ain't
Netflix.
come all this way just to lose right here.
No,
Cause Kato, he said somebody will tell your story about what happened here. He was like, nah, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell
tell.
my
Mhm.
story.
I don't want nobody to lie on me,
Exactly. So
especially you.
we're almost out of Wano.
Thank
Um,
God.
yeah, it's been 4 years, by the
For
way.
real. Like, please help us.
So from what I was, because I went back to the manga,
Mm,
like that episode we saw was like one long chapter.
yeah.
Like it was like a long chapter. So we're really about to be done. So after he punch him out, boom, we out of here.
Yeah.
And,
Basically.
and y'all niggas, Joseph, hold on, let me talk. Hold on,
Oh,
let me
oh,
talk
oh,
my shit real quick. Hold on,
oh
cause we got
Lord.
a bet. I got a bet going on. They say we won't be at Awano in September. We said no. We said September. They said November. Look,
November.
I'm gonna tell you like this. They about to speed this up.
We,
It's time to leave Wano. Okay.
tonight.
After Shanks does the Wi-Fi hockey on Green Bull and makes him piss in his pants,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. Pay me my money, Joseph.
Oh,
I'm saying names.
period.
J- JD.
Mm,
Oh, you pay G Metal because that's my partner. You gonna pay him, okay? But Joseph, because you've been talking shit. No, you ain't gonna be out of one. No, nope. Pay me my money
he said, bitch better have my money.
in my hand. In my hand. You can give it to me at DreamCon. You ain't got a cash app. Nah, I ain't gonna be that petty. Cause I ain't gonna be that petty. I might film it. But no, content. Anyway,
I can't.
but moving on.
Oh,
Ooku,
cool.
the
Man,
illest painless. This shit was. I ain't gonna lie. I had to like take a break from it.
I
Cause
bet
like
a break. It ain't that many episodes.
but it's so much going on to where you have to like you got people getting turned
Raped
out.
and
Like you got people like it's like they. Okay,
I told y'all, I was like, I'm gonna warn y'all now. If y'all watch this, if y'all to the viewers, if you have never watched Aoku Inner Chambers, it's on Netflix. If you are interested in seeing it, big warning because not everybody's into it.
trigger alert, please. Trigger
Please.
alert.
There is male on male engagement. If you into that thing, great.
Forcefully
Great.
though, that's the thing. That's the thing that was bad.
It
Is
was
that it
what
was forced.
yeah, there's some
Some of it was
force.
forced. Now,
There is some force, and it took me completely by surprise, and I was just like, oh, my heart, because I just I have a child, I have children, and I have a son, so it took me completely by surprise because the person that it happened to technically was a child,
yes,
and
yes,
that's the
yes,
part that was very scary. I ain't gonna hold you. He took it like a G. He he
yeah.
he took it like a G, but
I don't want to be taking it all, but I
I,
hear you.
but hey, mine.
But let's start it out. I'm gonna let you start this off. This is your show. I'm just here living
It's
in
not
your
my show.
world.
I ain't my show. But okay, so boom, right? So the first episode, we starting off. it's telling you the backstory. So this story starts off about it having there being a plague called the red smallpox, and it is only killing men, boys, all the way up to men. And to me, it sounds like men who can still physically perform sexual
Yep.
acts. Because if you watch it, you'll see that there's older men that didn't die.
At all.
So it's only men. It lasted for like 80 years. It took 80 years for their male population to grow back to where it was just even a tad bit sustainable. And it's not sustainable. The women do everything. So think about a society that we have now in reverse. So all the women do all the hard labor. All the women are the shogun. Like they have women shoguns, women owning businesses, women doing everything. Like you literally got a woman outside with her, like, as like a man shirt halfway off her body, boob all hanging out. I was like,
Yeah, I
hey,
was like, wait, why you not covered up? Like, what's going on? Like, what type of
because
freaking shit is this?
right, because why? Because societal norm says women are the norm. It's nothing but a bunch of women out here.
True,
Why
true.
not?
Yeah,
Everybody got the
yeah.
same thing. You might as well ain't no man out here. You know why? Because the men are being held like go-go dancers. The men are being held in like legit cages.
Yeah.
At a red light district where they have to, you pay to play. Like being at a red light district in Amsterdam or something. You know what I'm saying? Or the
Because their seed is worth money, pretty much. So, like,
yes. And
yeah.
that was the crazy part. So this first episode is about this kid named Mizuno. Yeah, Mizuno. Okay, so boom. So he fucking them for free.
Yep.
He knows like they don't got money. He's like, yo, I know y'all ain't got no money, so I'm gonna give my seed up for free. He's been doing it for a long time. His parents are basically okay with it. And this is where men are technically the prize. So for you to be married as a man, you got to have like a lot of money and be a merchant. You have to be something because now you're considered, as Kevin Samuels will say, a high value man.
Yep. Well, wouldn't it be reversed? They would be the man would be the prize and the women would be the high value person then?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. But the man is just, he's high value. His value goes up because now like men value go up because there's not
Okay, I
that
see what
many
you're
of them.
saying.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's scarce. It's a scarce supply. The messed up part is that the shogun has the most men. So the pretty boys, like, so now you're thinking of, when you think of a shogun, like we just came out of Wano, right?
Right.
Where not is it Uzuki? That's what I'm talking about. Not Uzuki. Odin. Odin had a wife, one. But he could have had so many more women as the shogun. He could have had a whole harem of women. So
You really could.
Ooku is basically that. It is the harem of now men where they're in the palace. They are ranked high to low. They clean everything. And the woman's the shogun. The
That
good,
was different. That was
yeah,
different because we never seen this animated or really just shown. Even though we know it's an alternative history, that's what they call it, like an
yeah.
alternative history drama. This was different. This is like the reverse Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if you've seen Handmaid's Tale, but
I haven't, but it is.
yeah, this is definitely the reverse. And I was like, dude, they were beating dudes. Like you got out of order, you getting stabbed. Like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Shogun was pimp slapping people. I ain't gonna
Oh,
hold it. Yeah.
and it was nothing. But it was really sad because I think maybe the first episode, maybe it was the first episode. You really get into this. The current shogun allowed the Mizuno to leave. She dismissed him
Mm-hmm.
towards the end because she's having understanding like, why do I have this group of boys, men, they're like 17, 18 years old at the time, and he's like, why do I have all of them when there are people out there who can't produce children because there's no men, the men, they're gone,
Yep.
or there's no
Yep.
money and they just can't reproduce. She's like, I don't need all of y'all. I just need maybe a few of y'all. Then come to find out that if you're past a certain age, you can't be with her anyway,
Nope.
which causes them to be turned out.
And
And
they
it
was
was
turned
like
out. And they were turned out. Oh my God. I was sitting there like, really? Like they was in there turning tricks. Like
the tricks, like geishas,
yes. Male geishas.
male
Yes.
geishas.
Yes.
Fact. So the current shogun went to like kind of like the temple, like the scribe who's been there since like the beginning, and she went
Her
to him,
story was sad.
so sad, and had to go back in time. And he was like, I wrote down everything, but no one has come to see me. No one has asked what was going on. And then that's when it really gets deep
One
into
minute.
the
Let me get my
history.
charger. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Not the charger, but it really gets deep into the history of how the plague started, that kick-started everything for this basically alternate universe that they are currently living in. It made women who women who were the wives and played a wife's role for their society. And now you're like, oh, you can't go to the field. We need men. And they're like, there are no men, ma.
At all. No
How we
man.
gonna eat?
They died.
My son just died. How we gonna eat, ma? Well, you need a man. No. Because if we get another man, he gonna die. Come on, ma. And you got women willing to go from coming from wealthy families who are willing to go and work their own land.
Yep.
And the generation that was able to live it out, but actually was able to live as in the old ways, where the men were outside, women were inside making the tea and taking care of children. That ended up dying out to the point where there was a whole famine in a village, and
Yeah.
people started to move and desert the village.
Yeah. And then it started affecting the women then. Out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
It started affecting the women. Women started dying. When they stealing from each other, they moving. Like there were just a population of men were dead, and there was nothing that they could do.
But it was messy in them chambers in the Oko. That was some mess going. Like you couldn't leave. Like once you were there, you couldn't leave.
At all. You were a prisoner. A real, like they actually took a high ranking, like what was he? This kid, he's like his father was like a shogun, like what it seemed like a high ranking like governor or whatever. And the shogun at the time, who was the daughter of the like former shogun before he died, the grandmother, this child's grandmother, kept this boy who was a Buddhist monk
Yes.
active. And it was just like, he was supposed to come to visit. He's like, we're not staying. I gotta go back to the temple. Whoop, whoop. They're like, the grandma was like, no, you're not. And we've already told your father, and he's good with this. And he was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and literally had to break his oath and chastity, and he did not want to.
Nah, because they don't believe in that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so messed up. Like it really is a psychological, mind-bending anime where it's just like it's really giving men the look into what women,
I
now
was
that
just about to say that. Go ahead.
women legit went through, because I watch a lot of the like Japanese and Chinese and Korean, like
And they're hard on the women.
my God, like, and then the women in the like the harem, like they really fight amongst each other. They scheme. They kill each other's kids, just to be seen and to move up in rank. They didn't have that, obviously, because men couldn't technically use their swords unless you went up into a certain rank. But I could see the correlation where the emperor has all these women, and it's just like, but why? Obviously to have kids, but it's just like, this doesn't make sense. It's one woman. She can't have kids with all of you. She
Yeah,
don't
it did. That
want
didn't make
all of
no
you.
sense. Yeah, that was. I was like, so they trying to reverse it. I was like, nah, that ain't.
It doesn't make
Because
sense. It
she
just
wasn't even the true like Shogun for one, because the one thing that I did notice was that like man still had some control. Like they couldn't have a female Shogun, and like nothing to the end when they changed it. But in the
hmm
beginning, they had to dress her as a man
yeah.
just to show her around, and so people would respect her. Also, when other people from different parts of Japan and I guess different countries would come, like she would have to like pretty much dress like a man. They cut her
Or
hair.
yeah, or they had her uncle, which was the shogun's brother,
Yes.
her grandmother's son, like play shogun. And it was just like, why didn't y'all just make him shogun? Like it didn't make sense. But they do this in the line of succession. So and she was angry because she did not want that, because in reality, this is the part that got me. When we found out about her backstory, you find out her father don't even like women.
Yeah,
And
he
it was
don't.
just like,
No.
and out of a drunken fit, he raped a woman,
Yeah.
emptied
Trigger
the
one of
clip.
y'all.
Yeah, he raped a woman, emptied the clip because of how he felt about his own mother.
Yep.
And his brother just,
Childhood trauma.
childhood trauma, and his brother just sat there
And
and
did
was
nothing.
like, just bear it. Just bear it. It'll be over soon.
He
And
told
it
her
was
if you don't scream,
yeah, don't
this
make
could
a
be over.
scene, because he was the shogun.
Yeah. And then she came back with the baby. And she's
Yeah,
like, "Look, this is his child." They're like, "Shut up, man," because
right,
of course, they're not going to believe her because she's a peasant in their eyes. So they're like, "No, he would never lay with somebody somebody like you."
right.
But even though it was true, but they put her in a whole nother location, kept the baby. The mother died eventually. What did she die of? Was it just like,
They killed her
oh, that's right, they killed her. Yeah,
because the shogun ended up dying from the red smallpox. And so they needed an heir. He didn't have any children. So the grandmother killed the whole family and took that little girl. Mind you, they killed this girl's mother in front of her
yeah,
and
they
took
did.
her and cut her hair, dressed her up. Now she's shogun. Um, Basically, she was bribed towards being this person, and she met the monk who basically helped her heal.
Yeah,
Like it was like they were healing each other. Um, so she was able to flow back into her feminine side while allowing him to be the masculine, which
hey, he
was
must have been hitting that. He must have been hitting the back of that because
mine. He
she
was
turned
hitting the
feminine
bottom. The
fast.
bottom. It was you never let a man hit the bottom. Don't never let him hit the bottom.
It's a wrap.
Change your whole life around. I'm telling you. Don't let him hit the bottom.
And
Mm-mm.
that's what happened to her because like she started getting feminine. She started like being like more nice to him and
Mm-hmm.
certain other people as well. Like she was trying to like be his idea of a woman. She was like, I just don't want to like mess up our relationship. I don't want you to judge me for something that I do. I'm like, he was like, I will never judge you.
And it was just like, oh, good God. It was just like, they do exist, don't they? They do exist. Oh my God.
Not they do exist. That's
They
crazy.
exist. Oh. Can he be real for 10 seconds? Because I promise you, the caliber of men that they drew out, like in this anime, it was like, oh my God, they do exist.
But he couldn't produce kids.
He couldn't, he was impotent. He could not produce kids. And
He
that
was
was
shooting
the
blanks.
saddest part. That was the most tragic part. So she ends up still having kids, and he allowed it to happen. She had what, 2 kids?
Yeah.
It is, but she constantly reassured him that he was the only one in her heart. He was like, I don't care how many kids I have.
And she said that all the way to her death.
All the way. And was like, I don't care
All
how
the
many
way to her
kids.
death. You are the only one for me.
That's it.
Like, I don't care. I'm gonna have all these kids, even though once again, I don't understand if you're not even like a part of the true bloodline. I but hey, this is how they did it because the older lady wanted what was her name?
I don't remember her name.
But you know these names be yeah.
He-
It's we read and watch so much it's hard to remember
It's
the
so hard.
names.
A part of me will say, "Oh, yo, no," because that's the name of the thing. I don't remember. It started. I feel like it started
Not
with
you giving her the title of the show.
I did, and I was just like, "No, that's the title." But I feel like it started with a O, and I just don't like. Oh, like nope, nope. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not coming.
we
At
just
the end of
leave
the
it.
day, that girl grandma was a monster.
But she grew up hard though.
She
Like
did. It
did
was
her mother kill her daddy or
yes.
no? She killed the
No,
daddy's concubine.
yeah.
Then the daddy died. Then they were poor, and then she basically found a way into a whole nother like kingdom and moved up in France. Am I not mistaken?
Yep. And her son went with her, even though she was carrying the shogun. It was still a baby. The uncle, which was her first or her oldest child, to me, that was the one that should have been shogun. But who am I? I ain't nobody. Um, she was just like, I'm going to be a maid. I'm going to be whatever it is for this. And the child was like, I will follow you. And
But you
it
can't
was
call me
all,
mommy, is what she said. This is the last
yes, she was
time you're
like,
gonna call me
do not
mommy.
call me mommy and
Hmm.
or mother. And it was just like, oh my God, like the death and transition of this is still your parent, but at the end of the day, you can't make it known that this is your parent.
You know what though? I was watching a documentary on Fela Kuti, and he didn't allow his kids to call him daddy. He said, "Call me Fela." Yeah, so they never called him daddy at all. They called him Fela. He's
Wow.
that's what he wanted to. That's how he rolled. Um, but yeah,
I can never see my child. I can't
calling
see
you.
my children calling me Braun. Like it's a, and it's funny because my mom has taught my children my name, which I was looking at her like, bro, I didn't know your name for a very long time.
Yeah, me too.
Like, and you gonna teach my child who barely knows their name my name? Go ahead, you could call her that. No, 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 ma'am, no, ma'am.
You gotta shut that down quick. Like, look, Granny
Did
was. Don't listen to Granny.
don't listen your
Granny
grandma
gonna
gonna
get
get
you
you popped.
messed up now.
Period. That part. I was like, she gonna get you popped. Nothing for nothing. I'm your mom. You're not gonna call me that. I'm not gonna call my mother by her first name unless we are somewhere where I'm saying there's a whole lot of women, and you just don't say mom in the middle of the mall
Gotcha.
because every woman is going to turn around.
True. That's true.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to say your name so you know that there's a possibility that I'm talking to you. Because how many people got your name? One and probably like three in the mall.
Yeah. True. True.
I do
Yeah.
it to my dad all the time. I don't call my dad by his first name unless because my dad's a hearing issue. So unless he can't hear me, I know if I call you by your name, you gonna hear me.
I got you.
Okay, but yeah, no. Mm-mm.
But
Sorry.
the main character stayed with the Shogun all the way up to death, and then he took on. He kept that same role. He didn't want to go back and be a Buddhist.
Nope.
He was like, "Look, we're gonna stay right here, right? I'm comfortable,
I'm
stable."
good.
Yeah, he got comfortable, and he
He
could have been free.
he realized that his path from being a Buddha or monk rather or whatever was led to being right there. His purpose was to be right there. And that was so profound because what you think even to this day it showed you like even if you think you're supposed to be here, the universe is always going to reroute you unless it's really where you're supposed to be.
That's a ooh, I like that.
And he was still, even though he was where he was still disciplined in himself to be like, it's all good. No, I'm not gonna get revenge.
Nope.
It
And he
has
could
to.
have.
because his page did. Like, he didn't even become like a page first. He was already jumped in rank.
Yep.
The moment he got there, he was already jumped in rank. And because he didn't want to lay down his vows, one of his pages was killed. That broke his heart. And he was just like, nah, it's okay. It's okay. My virginity, I'll give it up. I'll give it up. Just don't kill him. You can have me, please.
Now you can
Please.
have it. It's crazy.
Like,
yeah.
that's
This
what happens. Like,
this was a good show to a certain extent. Like outside of the trigger shit,
yeah, whew.
outside of the madness, it was still an overall good story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, that's another one that's similar. My Happy Marriage.
I've been
I'm a,
looking at that. I've been wanting to watch that because I feel like you mentioned that before.
so I found out about it because of Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
Master. She's the one that told me about it because she's watching it. She said it's good. Like she said,
Okay.
like some of the characters got like psychic abilities, so
Hmm.
it starts off like Oko does, with the story, and then it jumps up,
Yeah.
and then yeah. So I'm
Wow.
gonna check that one out because it's like more. It's not modern, but like it's like similar around like Oko time, or
Mhm.
maybe a little bit after. But I'm gonna check that one out. Oh, let's talk about what have you been watching before we get out of here.
I've been watching. I've been watching. I'm gonna be honest. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I've
Now
been
that you got a YouTube,
maybe I've been into my international bag. Like, I've been.
you see what's going on in Niger?
Now I know what's going on in Niger.
They
You
talking. They
know,
like,
bruh.
go
It's
ahead,
the
go in.
cash. It's the cash money that the United States, the French started invading Niger like yesterday. They had
What?
aircrafts in Niger, um, airspace. They definitely came and was just like
Oh, they bold. Okay, wait,
real
hold
bold. I was just
on.
like, okay, the United States is like looking at ECOWAS like, so y'all not gonna do nothing. So ECOWAS, which is economic the economic communities of Western African states, and basically all the Western African countries that you know of, they all came together and just like, yeah, we're going to invade Niger. Burkina Faso, Mali, and the French Guineas were just like,
I was
I
just about to
think
say that.
not. You do that, you have just declared war with us. What's good? And they're betting on Nigeria to
That's
step up
okay. I
because
heard about that.
Nigeria is right there too. They're like the head honcho when it comes to the military, and Nigeria is just like, we're gonna sit this one out, coach.
So they go. I thought they were going to help Niger.
They might, but I think
It's not confirmed.
they it's not confirmed, but they like, we ain't doing that. Now we might negotiate and trying to help, just alleviate the situation, but we ain't invading Niger. Senegal said, yeah, we're gonna send this and that third. Ghana is just like, we gonna sit this one out, coach. I
Oh,
don't know. I
come
don't know.
on! What are you doing? Well, at least some people ain't scared. At least some countries not scared. I'll give them that. I like that part of it.
Burkina Faso ain't
Man,
scared. They ain't scared. With
okay.
that leader they got, oh, he ain't scared of nothing. He kicked the French out immediately. He cut all connections, all tides, all trades. They ain't getting no gold, no uranium from them, no diamonds. You can't come. They basically cut their visas. They like tore down the embassy. Like, they basically are gonna give the French embassy to Russia.
Okay. Okay. Talk about that because I was just when you was talking, I was looking up. It said that um it was talking about Russia. So what is Russia's play in this?
So Russia had a conference. They had the Russia Africa Summit, which all the countries come together, all the African countries come together, and they speak to Russia. So Putin was out there, and they're basically like, we see Russia as our friend because Russia just forgave like $23 billion of African debt.
Mm.
And so it's just like, Yeah, you never colonized us. There was never been any qualms between us. You treat us like you're supposed to. You treat us better than, the Portuguese, the French, like the Western countries, the United States.
Yeah.
You treat us way better than them. You don't force us to do things that we don't want to do. Because remember, Uganda just got sanctioned. Zimbabwe is sanctioned. Ghana is like, if you threaten sanctions on us because of our LBGT anti-LBGT bill, that's cool. We're gonna shut all your businesses down out here. Play
See,
with us if you want to.
that's what. See, they need to stand as one and say, "Nah, we done with all." I'm talking about like just the foreign countries. Like we done with all this. Like you're not imposing nothing on us. We taking over. We run this. You run your little bitty country. Your little. Let me say this. Look, I'm not. I have nothing. I have no problems with black French people, but I'm sorry. France is not all that. I've been to Paris. That shit dirty. It's that shit. They talk about New York is dirty. Look, let me tell you something. I haven't
He
seen.
said,
Look, I have not seen that much dirt in my life.
he said it's ratatouille for real. Y'all got
Ye-
rats for real.
They
It's
got
worse than
rats.
London streets. I ain't never been in London, but I heard the London.
London is clean compared to them.
Whoo, so they look like the old London streets.
Yes,
Whoo, no, I'm good.
they got beggars. Just like in going back to Ohoku, just like in the inner chambers, and people out of family was looking at all that. You got people out there begging. This one story time. I got off the train, so I took the train from it's like an underground train that goes from London to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called the U Star or whatever. But anyway, I get off the train, exchange my money. As soon as I leave the train station, uh, man, sir, speaking in French, I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Mm.
I'm telling you in English what I think she's saying, because she put up a sign, and then she said something like in English, for the deaf, we're taking money for the deaf. That's all she could say. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then she cuts me out in French.
And that's when you walk away. Ah, merci beaucoup. Thank you. Goodbye.
She was like, fucking
Mm-mm.
Americans. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no. And then I get to my hotel, they're like, you didn't give no money to people raising money for the deaf. I said, hell no, I wasn't gonna do it regardless. She was like, good, that's a scam. I said, okay, I know.
We're American. We know. We
Yeah,
know.
I know the hustle. Yeah,
Right.
but outside of that though, with the coop, with the yeah, because that's when I want to see how that's gonna end. Because
It has to end in Africa's favor. Like,
mm,
it has to. Because at the end of the day, you got too many countries rising up. South Africa, Uganda,
did you hear that
Mali.
song?
Bop, bop. I was
I ain't gonna
like,
lie, like you put a beat behind it, I might have to ride that in the car.
I was like,
Kill the
oh.
boss.
I was like, we're in Jamaica. It's we in Brooklyn. We in Compton.
I was like,
Oh,
okay, yeah, all right, there we go. Now we tapping into our music ability. Okay.
they just a. Well, I'm
had
like,
had
oh,
had the stadium rocking though.
mine. They over here jogging in place. I said, hey, high knees. I said, hey, yo, they are ready. These are the children of the Zulu nation. They are ready for that ass. They ain't playing with you.
So
What's
what
his
else
name?
you
Julius. What's I
I
can't
know
even see his name.
I
You know what
know
I'm talking
Julius.
about?
Yeah, the South
Not
African
he
president.
is not playing. That man right there, we need him. That man don't play. He ain't afraid. I'm like, see, the generation between Generation X and the millennial generation, we ain't playing out here because the
Hmm.
president of Burkina Faso, he's in our generation. He ain't playing. That's a young man. He's 34 years old. He ain't playing.
What?
He ain't playing.
Wow, I didn't know he was 34. That's
Yes,
interesting. Okay.
mind you, all these coups that has happened, these people have been trained by the U.S. military. All these people have U.S. military bases in their countries that are trained. So remember in Black Panther where Killmonger was like, I was trained to take over countries.
Yeah.
I was trained to help them overthrow their country so we could set up a new one. That was real life. These
Mm.
folks is US trained to overthrow countries. So you trained these black folks over here to do some black op shit to help you overthrow a country. Meanwhile, they had staged a whole coup to overthrow their own country. And the people are happy about it. The people at industry, at least 80% of the population from Burkina Faso to Mali to Niger, they are all ecstatic about the coups that have happened within these last 5 years, because Burkina Faso just did their coup last year. And within a year, they kicked everything that had anything to do with France. They wiped it all out. So when I say France is losing, they down bad 1,000 points.
Because they need the resources that these countries have.
Oh, yeah. Because the uranium from Niger, they claim we have other resources for that. So whatever. It's just
They
like,
lying.
no.
They lying.
No. Because if y'all wasn't down bad, y'all wouldn't be in their airspace right now, dropping troops over where their gold mines are. To
What?
secure
They trying to get that gold.
You taking the uranium, you taking the gold. Like, it's bad that their uranium is being taken to France to light up, to put together and produce the electricity for all of France. You are producing electricity for. But Niger is one of the poorest countries in Africa, if not the poorest country in Africa, and not even a quarter of the population has electricity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How? We're making all this money from our product, from our raw resources, from our raw material, and then you send money back in the form of aid. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put a picture of the Niger. Is he the general or the president?
Oh no, he's the sitting president right now.
Okay.
He's just military ran.
Okay, he deserves a picture on. So when I put this episode up, I'm put a picture of him on there because let me look up what did he say? It was something that because he was talking crazy. Hold on, I want to find what he said, but I know I'm not gonna find it in time. But I just know he was like, I know he captured the French people that stayed there that didn't leave, and he just locked them up.
Yep.
I gotta find out, what did he say? Hold on, because he said something to Biden.
To Biden?
Yes.
Yeah, because they still have a base in Niger that they're not trying to close. Like, the troops are still there on standby.
Oh, he told them, you need to be paying attention to the poor people in your country.
Period.
And mind your business. Now I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically. I was like,
bop, 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 bop.
I was like, okay, I like him.
They ain't playing.
Because my plan for, I am going to Africa. That's on my bucket list. But before that, I'm gonna go to Ancestry. What is it? African Ancestry, and do a DNA test to see where I'm from as well. What country specifically,
Right.
Yeah, but I definitely gotta go to Niger. After this, I ain't going right now. After all, no. Because I can't have no gun. So now if I had a gun, I'd be all right. Nah, I ain't got time for all that.
They ain't gonna worry about you because they're gonna be like, oh, you look like me, my brother.
My brother. I'm talking about the French. I ain't worried about the
no.
I'm talking about the French. That's who I'm worried about. I ain't got
They have this is the thing. Niger has already closed their airports. So you can't get in and you can't fly out.
Oh.
Yeah, they closed everything. So right now they are boxed in. They looking like China from back in the day. We are boxed in. No. A representative from the United States came down to speak to their former president because he's locked up right now in the hotel. And they were like, access denied. Yeah, because they ain't gonna put him in jail. But they got him locked up in the hotel, and they was just like, we want to speak to him. They was just like, access denied. What do you want? There was no reconciliation, nothing. She left empty-handed. And now, because of the ECOWAS saying, well, you had a week to reinstate your former president, they're like, Niger is like, if you invade our country, we will kill him.
Oh,
Now
so they about it. Okay,
they like,
okay.
now what you finna do now?
So I remember when I was talking to this one guy that's in the U.S. Army. He said the only army that he has a fear of is Russia.
As he should.
Because he said the way that they train, because I think he took a trip to Russia, right? And he just like he saw how they move, like the stuff that they do to train. He was just like, I don't want no problems with Russia. He
Mm-mm.
said those are a different type of beasts.
Mm-hmm.
He said, look, I'll take on France. He said, I ain't look, but
But
when it comes
them,
to Russia,
bro,
mm-mm.
they tame bears.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay,
They
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 tame,
fight bears.
they fight bears, they tame bears, they put bears in circus places and to walk to pedal a unicycle and juggle. I'm just saying, I wouldn't do it. I
Nah, I'm
wouldn't do it.
good. I'm good.
It's too damn cold. First and foremost, I wouldn't do it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, you
Exactly.
think New York is cold? You think Canada is cold? Mm-mm. Mm.
I'm good on that. Hey, but hey,
They got it.
shout out to Niger. Keep it up.
Yes,
Keep it
because
up. Yeah, keep them people out your countries. Don't let them take them resources. Pay up. Pay up, friends. You want some resources? Pay up.
the world.
They
So now the World Bank has gotten involved.
uh-oh.
They ain't issuing no money. They're like, that's cool. That's cool. We gonna build our own. They did that to Uganda. They're doing that to Zimbabwe. They're doing that to a whole lot of like African countries. And the African countries, just like in Burkina Faso, they laughing at them like
They probably been planning for this though. Like they probably been planning for this.
they've
Like
been planning this since they legit have been planning this. I believe since COVID, because the president of Uganda has said we watched how at G20, I believe he said we watched how y'all moved during COVID, which caused a lot of resentment from us to the West because of how y'all were hogging tests. It made us feel like we were begging, but the whole world is going through it, and y'all are doing this freely with each other. But then when it came to us, it was like we had to beg for tests, for shots, and when we were like, "Well, we're going to create our own," now y'all like, "Oh no, it has to be ours." Because that's
okay.
how Madagascar got into it, and they almost killed their president because of that.
Wait, what? Madagascar with it too? Oh,
Madagascar had their own product to stop COVID, and the World Health Organization would not patent, like they would not allow that to be distributed. It had to be Pfizer, Moderna, or J&J, and it was a big thing because Madagascar didn't really have that many people die. Africa didn't have that many people die of COVID.
they really didn't. They try to spice it up, but no, it's really Europe and US. That's
So
yeah.
so in Tanzania, the president, I want to say it was the president of Tanzania, who ended up being murdered because this man was like a biochemist, like he was a doctor. He tested a goat, a papaya fruit, and something else, and all the tests came back positive. And he was like, "How is that possible?" They killed him for it
Damn.
because he spoke out about it. Killed him for it. Like literally 3 presidents died during that time because they spoke out about it, against COVID and the vaccine and everything. Spoke out about it. And this is a doctor that became their president, and you killed a doctor.
Hey, look, you start speaking the truth, they gotta take you out.
Well, they dismissed Rizza Islam's case about it.
Really?
They dismissed it. It was the court dismissed it. So the disinformation dozen, Robert Kennedy, and all of them, case got dismissed.
But Dr. Fauci just get to run away free and
No, they hanging him as we speak.
what you mean?
They
Go into that. Hold on. What you mean they
Oh
hanging
my
him?
God. They spoke out about him too, saying that he didn't have the authority to send like grant money and money to different organizations and for different research and things, that it was illegal what he did. Then they were saying that he did not have the authority to mandate a shot. Oh, It's been so much in these last few weeks. Like, this is a month old information. It has been so much going on.
Now you're gonna have me go down a rabbit hole of just
The rabbit hole
research.
is deep. I'm just telling you, it's deep. But yes, oh, they gonna hang Fauci. They gonna hang him if they don't let him just go, because you know how they do. They did
What?
it with Epstein. Epstein was an scapegoat. They had to kill Epstein.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Yeah.
see, nothing happened after that girl said all these people was in it.
I don't even know where she at. Like they said she locked up, but is she? Like I don't like you ain't heard nothing yet.
You won't never know, because they hiding everything behind this Trump indictment, which
Yes.
I don't watch.
I don't. That's a big distraction. They're distracting you from what's going on. That's what we really need to be paying attention to Africa. That's the main thing we need to be paying attention to. Like all this celebrity shit. I don't care about Lil Durk concert. I don't give a fuck
Mm-mm.
about that. But that false alarm shit. Look, Africa. I got my eyes on that because that's gonna tell me how shit's gonna go.
And watch the Ukraine fight with Russia, because as it stands, Poland might end up getting into it.
Wait, Poland gonna jump their little weak ass in there? No, I'm
They
playing.
might end up getting jumped into it because it's at their border, because Ukraine is able to go through Poland.
And a lot of people ran from Ukraine to Poland. Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
Belarus might end up in it, because Belarus allowed the Wagner group to train over there from Russia. Oh, it's when I
So
say
who's winning right now? I've been paying attention. So is it Russia or Ukraine? Who's winning?
I think Russia's winning right now.
Okay, that's what I
Russia's
thought.
winning right now. It's not looking good for Ukraine. And that's why I said I've been watching too much YouTube. It does not, like, they will say, oh, Ukraine bombed something in Moscow and they killed like one or two people. Next thing you know, Russia has launched a counterattack on Ukraine and it killed like 20, 30 people. And it's just like,
Bodies dropping, pretty much. Bodies dropping. Yeah.
let the bodies hit the flow, and they dropping. It's not looking
Damn.
good. It's
I
not
don't want them problems. They can have that. I'm good. Like, hey, look, stay that over there. Now, hold on. I'm probably gonna do research before we came on. Don't you know they're trying to like send some Ukrainians to Africa, and basically, they're evicting Africans from certain African countries.
No.
Yes, I'll
Oh
send it to
no.
you after the live. I didn't, because when I saw it, I was mad. I'm like, what are we doing? No.
How are you going to evict the people that's how?
Yeah.
That's like telling Americans, y'all can't be here. We're going to bring them over. And y'all can go somewhere. Y'all got to go somewhere else. We don't care where you go. We're not going to help you get there either. But there's already Africans leaving Liberia, like, that are going across the Mediterranean Sea, and going into, like, these European countries, and they're dying. They're actually being killed, not just by water, but by these countries. Italy's prime minister has spoke out against Emmanuel Macron of France. She's been going off on him and his
Talking about the little crazy looking white man that's over France right now. Yeah, he look evil. He looked like an evil genius.
He looks like Jimmy Neutron. If
Grown
Jimmy
up.
Neutron's head wasn't as big.
Yeah, he looked like grown up.
Yeah, and she's been like, he is wrong. He got kids in these mines digging uranium. And
also, she's speaking out against him. Oh, this might get messy.
And she spoke in defense of Russia. Her and her people Italy spoke in defense of Russia, that Russia is not the reason why the coup happened in Niger. Because they're speculating that Russia was a part of that, because it happened after the Russia Africa summit. Because he was just there. He ain't going to South Africa for the BRICS summit, because they're calling for South Africa to arrest him. And South Africa is like, we will do no such thing.
Nah, hell no. Why would they do that? That don't make no sense. Like, that's going to cause issues that don't need to be happening, especially right now. Like, look, once again, the Alabama Brawl has raised a spirit all
Like,
over this world to where we like, fuck it. That's the spirit we got. That's the village. Every black person around this diaspora comes from the village of fuck it.
mm-hmm.
That's what it is right now. So no, they're not. No, 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 no. We're not turning in nobody. No, no,
Mm-mm.
no, no, no,
You're like, we
no.
good. We're not doing that. You don't run us. Oh, well, he has committed crimes against humanity, and they're like, okay, that's cool. So if we're going to, if that's the case, then you got to indict Biden, Obama, Bush, Clinton.
Ooh.
They like went down a line and was like, you got to get all of them before you get to him first. The queen, and she's dead, but you want to get all of them before you get to him. Get these folks first.
Oh, so they talking heavy right now. Okay, I like
Bro,
this.
they laughing at NATO talking about some African countries. They talking about NATO. They laughing at NATO talking about some. We will not allow y'all to do to Niger what y'all did to Libya
Oh yeah.
or Afghanistan.
Nah.
They're like, we're not going to allow you to do that. So nah.
Man, I just wish they would have did this when Gaddafi.
They tried and NATO blocked. Yo, oh my God, the Ugandan president said it. He said with the chairman of the AU, he confirmed it. They went down there to see and help Gaddafi and see about him. And it was either NATO or the UN told them to turn around and go back.
Damn, they had that much power?
Confirming that they killed Gaddafi.
Oh.
That was
Gaddafi was because he was trying to. He was basically his goal was to unite Africa. That was his. And wasn't he was trying to make it like one currency or something like that? Yeah. Ooh, because that would have cut off a lot of people's money from other countries, and there would have been no more funny business.
And that's what they doing right now.
Mm.
They ain't playing. Them Africans is not playing. They ain't playing. They like, y'all have messed with our money way too long. The people that used to be in power, that is like the same age as you, they gone. Some a good majority of them are still there, but in these other countries, they gone. You got Generation X, you got millennials in office, and they like, what's up? We ready to buck. What you finna do?
I'm just happy to see this, you know, just to be alive and see them actually standing up for themselves, like, because this is enough. Like, real talk. Like, stop trying to. It's already bad. You're trying to push your ideas on them or what they should be doing because you. Let's be honest. They look down on them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They look down on them like they look down on us.
Yes. Boom.
Like real talk.
Yes. So now you're trying to still take the resources and not pay nothing? No.
And sanction me and want me to change my whole society because you just recently changed yours. Because we're not going to act like the stuff that they want them to do, America was doing forever. America just started doing half the shit, especially the most recent stuff, like within the last 20 years, if not 15. So they like miss me with the bullshit. That's your society. That's your culture. That's how you're evolving. Our people aren't worried about that. The majority, at least, we're not worried about that. We don't have, like, if they basically said, if you're not going to go to Saudi Arabia and the United Emirates with your BS, don't come here because they have stricter gay laws in those places.
I was reading about that. Yeah.
You can literally die for being gay. Period.
Woo.
No trial. They're killing you. It's over. It's over there.
So that's why Michael Blackson said he can't come back gay.
No, because it's over. It's over. They are taking you out. They do not believe in that stuff. And they are very serious. They have strict laws out there. And they ain't going to think, do you think the United States going over there talking that good stuff? No shade to the community, but let's keep it G. Like, they ain't going over there. Not where the money reside. Because they don't look down on them. Because that's where the money resides. They need them. They got all types of stuff over there. They got the money. They look down on Africa because it's like, y'all let us do whatever we want over here. We take y'all people, we do this, we put the people that we want y'all to have in office and back them, because Nigeria's president is pro-West, allegedly.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, so they're thinking you're doing, because they're greedy. Like, I don't know if you ever like watched like Nollywood movies and stuff like they the
Yeah, of
portrayal of
course.
these
Come on, that's
governors.
me.
You
Yeah.
feel me? The portrayal of these governors is that they're greedy. They're out
Yeah.
for money. Like, we always hear that, or we always see it. And it's just like, to see this in real time, like, no, for real, they only want money for their own greed. And now you see the people saying, we support the coup. Do not come here. We are ready to fight for our country. Like, the people of Niger was like, you come here, we all fighting. Now what?
Oh, I like them. Oh, I like that. Okay.
And they're very serious about it. Very. So
Hey, shout out to Niger. Hey, keep doing what y'all doing, man. Just shine bright like a diamond. That's all I.
mine.
Yeah.
It's getting we coming into was it Chris going into, the shadow of death. December, wintertime is upon us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's August. It's that around the corner.
So the chickens are coming home to roost. We harvesting for the seeds we sowed, and
Is that the only thing you've been paying attention to as far as?
yes,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
My mom been just gone, just in that world specifically, because it's relevant to what is happening. So the Alabama brawl, that to me was they doing it over here, they doing it over there. Oh, it's getting real. Black folks ain't playing for real at all. The spirit of the ancestors said it's time.
Yep.
So
We just gotta keep it going though. That's the only thing. We just gotta
yeah.
keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. But
Shout
we
out
the
to
we the 420 lords, y'all.
them.
This was a good one. Yeah, I like this. We gotta start doing more on recent news and stuff like that. Especially if you're informed about it. Yeah, we can start touching on that.
It's juicy. It's true.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. We out.
Peace.